Hello everyone, welcome to Grand Arena. We are in Season 1, Week 2, Round 1. And tonight, in Grand Arena, we are up against Gagarin. And this did seem to be somewhat of a one-sided matchup from the brief look that I did into his roster. I didn't go as deep as I could have. I haven't even really looked at the comparison, which we're about to look at right now. Alright, so here we can see GP, I'm 300k above him, character GP 200k above him. Our top 70 though is pretty equal. We are both competitive in squad and fleet. We can look at here at our GA stats. We can only see a little bit because we've only played 3 rounds so far. Underdog wins. We can see that he does not do very many underdog wins. He does not have many defensive holds compared to me. But again, this is very little data. So once we get into like week 3, week 4, then we'll have a good amount of this data. And this will actually give us a lot of information about our opponent and how they perform. So this is something to keep an eye on in the future. So we look at our rosters. I've got 66 Zetas versus 65, so we are pretty even there. Gear 12, he's got 12 additional Gear 12s over me. When we look at the Gear 13s, I've got 5 Gear 13s above him. So I definitely have an advantage on Gear 13s. 6-dot mods, we can see that I have 30 more 6-dot mods, so quite one-sided there. We look at the plus 15, plus 20 speeds, I'm well ahead of them in both. Offense mods as well, I'm well ahead of. So this does look pretty one-sided on the mods scenario, at the very least. And yeah, I have a feeling that I'm going to win this one pretty handily, but we're going to kind of see what happens. So we can take a look at my predictions here. So I looked at all of his teams, and this is kind of what I predicted I would see on defense. Darth Revan, Bounty Hunters, which is slow, no tenacity on the Bossk. Well, it's not slow, it's just not fast. He's got Palpatine without a Zeta. I figured that if it doesn't have a Zeta, he's probably going to place it on defense. So that's my thought there. The Palpatine team is not very good on offense if it does not have a Zeta. It's not even really good on defense if it doesn't have a Zeta, but I'm figuring because it's no Zetas, he's going to place it on defense probably. He's got First Order, which again aren't that great, but he does have the team with some Zetas. He's got a Night Sister team, he's got a Carth with no Zetas, Geos, and Wigs with Leia, which he's got a Zeta on Leia, which is kind of why I figure that he's going to toss that in there somewhere. So this is what I predicted he's going to see on, or we're going to see on defense, and this is what he'll say for offense. And so over here we have the defensive teams that I placed, and I figure that he's going to be using these teams on offense to take mine out. For once, my Darth Revan and my Bastila are actually faster than him, so that is actually a pretty big surprise. We're going to see kind of how that holds up. But I figured to do a GG Suicide Squad because he does have most of the components for that. But I can tell you that I was actually wrong on that account because I have seen that he has Grievous on defense, which I'll show you here in just a minute. After I respond to the 2 questions that were posted up in the chat. Question number 1, what teams are you focusing on now? With such a large roster, are you focused more on Gear 13? So in response to that question, I am not focusing on any team right now. I am hoarding everything. So we can take a look, right? Okay, so I've got 30,000 crystals saved. If we look at gear that I've got available, I have, I'm basically saving everything. I'm saving my stun guns, my Carbantes, my stun cuffs, my eyeballs. I'm saving absolutely everything that I can. because I don't know what that next meta is, and I would really like to be able to get that meta, you know, the first time without, you know, having to spend any money. Definitely, preferably. As I don't believe I'm going to spend any money on this game anymore, so definitely I'm just holding all of my gear right now. If I was going to be focusing on a team right now, it would be the clones, because the clones with their rework are pretty powerful. It would make a great defensive squad for me to place. It would even be decent on offense, but right now, like, I don't know for sure that the clones are going to be required for that next meta event, so I am just holding for now. Next question, also from Bloop, was, do offense mods have a large bearing on your battles? You thought that speed was the main focus. So offense, and this goes back, I guess, to the comparison. So where we say where we see the offense mods, I've got, you know, 45 versus his 27. So offense mods do play a part. There are specific characters that you want fast with high offense, right? So characters like Grandmaster Yoda, for instance, which right now I'd have modded just with speed because that's for my arena team. But you want him to have a high amount of offense along with some decent speed. Mother Talzin's kind of the same way. You want her to be fairly fast. You want her to have a lot of offense. So having those plus 100 offense mods or better is just really, really nice. So that's physical. It's special damage that you're concerned about with her. So you want some really nice you know, offense on certain characters. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to take a look at the defenses I set. So we can see here I've got Darth Revan and Grievous in the top zones, standard teams. Bottom zone I've got Night Sisters and Jango Bounty Hunters with Nest. No Zeta on Jango, that's just another currency that I'm holding onto, is the Zetas. Behind those two teams I set Ewok team and a crappy Carth team. They're pretty much free kills, and then back here also free kills, two rebel teams. So if he breaks through the two front walls, he's going to have an easy time with my back wall, and I anticipate that. So we take a look at his defense. We can see down south here he has set a Grievous team with who is that, T3? I keep wanting to say L3. So Grievous team with T3, which could be kind of dangerous, but I don't really foresee me having too many problems with that. We'll see. And then he's got his Geos. Geos should be a fairly easy battle. Then up top here we have our Bounty Hunters, which I was sure that we would see, and we have a Carth team. Like I said, no Zetas, not even on the leadership, and yeah, it's while they're all gear 12, it doesn't seem to be like it will be that difficult to break through. So we're gonna start with the top zone. We're gonna start with this easier zone and break through to the back and see what's behind there, and then we'll go after that hard zone with the Grievous. So first we're gonna go and we'll take a look at his speed so I can show you. I said it was slow. It's not really slow, it's just not super fast. So he's got 256 speed, and he has no tenacity. So 43%. He's got no tenacity, so not gonna be too difficult to break through. I know that my bounty hunter, or not my bounty hunters, my troopers are fast enough to deal with this. So that's probably going to be the counter that I take against it. Right now I'm just kind of looking to see how who has the lowest amount of protection, or health and protection combo. Okay, so we're going to see who has the lowest health and protection so that I can, you know, just take out someone nice and easy. Alright, so we're at 55k there. That's the lowest so far. Alright, so 66k. So Greedo so far is the lowest. And he's probably going to have a lot of protection. Yeah. Alright, so Greedo's the lowest. Greedo's going to be the target number 1. But my troopers should be able to handle this team. So let's go ahead and pull in my Imperial troopers. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're targeting Greedo, and we're gonna see if we can't break through. So we increase the cooldowns, which is gonna be nice and helpful. His Bossk is not gonna be able to taunt because of the increased cooldowns. And what I was not picturing earlier, when I decided that I was gonna use the counter, is that he has actually some pretty good health and protection on all these guys. So but it's still really not that much of a problem. I'm not going to end with full 60 banners because of that healing immunity that got stuck there on my Veers. Hopefully I will end at the very least with full health on him. And yeah, so 59 banners. It would have been nice to get 60, but that healing immunity that landed on my Veers did mess me up a little bit there. So only 59, but that's all right. I was not going to use my troopers anywhere else, so it's good to make use out of those guys. Okay, so now we have a Carth team. Like I said, no Zetas. It's not going to be that great, but it's not something I can really underestimate. So against this team here, I said I was going to use my JTR, which is kind of what I was thinking in my mind. I'm just referring back to my spreadsheet to tell me what I'm going to use. And it should be fairly simple. So we're going to use these guys, and I've got to decide which droid to use. I would like to save R2 if I can for... actually, what I can do, I don't have to use a resistance droid here. I could use Droideka, because as long as it's a droid, BB-8's going to get that speed boost. And he'll have the damage immunity, which is going to help him out. So yeah, I think I'm going to do the Droideka. I don't want to use Scavenger Ray. She is too tender. Scavenger Ray can die a lot. So I don't even like using Resistance Trooper, but I want him for the Dispel for Zalbar. So yeah, we're gonna do this. That way I save like 3PO for a CLS team, and I also save R2 for Padme team if I need it. And we're gonna go in with this team here. I'm not gonna use Droideka anywhere else, and it seems kind of a shame to have, you know, a fairly nice character that is not used anywhere. So we'll go in here, and we're going to wave at Juhani and try to get an ability block onto her so that she doesn't cleanse. We're gonna go after mission first. Awesome, I did get that. The expose. We're trying to land exposes everywhere. Try to land a stun over there. He dodged, of course, he dodged. Okay, so we're with the exposes on the field. It's gonna be much easier because that means that I'm getting turn meter reduction. So I'm just trying to land an expose on Zalbar here. Once I land that, we'll be pretty good. No. trying to land that expose. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna heal. No. This is going pretty badly. Mainly because I do not have R2 in this mix. There goes Finn. That's not good. Go ahead and do some true damage there. Not good. Yeah, this is one of the worst showings. I should have brought in R2. Alright, so we'll... Should I knock out Canderous? It's going to be overkill if I knock out Canderous there. But I also don't want Zalbar to taunt. If I hit anyone else, it's going to taunt. So we're going to just basic him and not super overkill him. Go ahead and we'll hit you. Let's go ahead and just try to kill Zalbar off. Because that, his taunting will be very annoying, to say the least. Alright, let's go ahead and damage immunity here. I need to cleanse that, that daze. Which is very difficult if it doesn't get around to her turn. Alright, there we go. This is one of the worst showings that I've had against this team, and it's because I did not bring in either R2 or 3PO. Either one of those would have been incredibly helpful. So I'm not going to get even close to full banners, which is very, very sad. Not even close. It's going to be really bad. So 53 banners. That's so bad. I should have brought in R2. But it is what it is. Okay, so back here we've got crew and we have Ewoks. I was suspecting to see crew, but I was not expecting to see Ewoks. But Ewoks are fine because I can take Nest solo against those guys. Crew will be easy counter with Emperor Palpatine. So we're going to go down here. We're going to go after the harder team first, the General Grievous, and then we'll take out those Geos and we'll see what's behind door number 2. Okay, so my counter is not going to change here. I'm still going to use a Bastila lead Jedi. I am going to use Grandmaster Yoda in here. There is an option to not use Grandmaster Yoda, but I feel more comfortable using Yoda. I did use, in Territory War today, I did use this team with Ezra in place of Yoda, and it did work. But with T3 in there, I'm not, I'm not really sure how that team's going to operate, so I just want to be, 100% sure. So we'll go with this. With all of the tenacity under the Bastila lead, it shouldn't land any, or at least not too many, of the debuffs. And I should be fine. So we're right now trying to trigger the B2's bonus turn. We're not going to spread buffs, so we're just going to attack. Okay, now at this point, we're going to go after B2, mark them, take them down, and now we can toss these buffs over to Yoda. Yoda will spread those buffs here. Boom. Okay, great. Now, this is actually going to kill off the T3 over there, which is alright. We're perfectly fine with this. At this point, it would be nice to be able to mark Grievous, but that's just, it's plain not going to happen. Grievous is going to take pretty much 2 bonus turns in a row here, because he's going to die. Grievous takes a bonus turn, and the B1 also died and took a bonus turn. But it's perfectly fine. We are in a good position. We're gonna win this, and we should be full health and protection on everyone. They got through the bonus protection, but with Hoda in here, the health regeneration, or protection regeneration rather, is pretty good. So should have 60 banners. There we go. Piece of cake against a Grievous team. So we're good there, and we're gonna move into the Geos. Alright, so Geos, there's a few counters that you can use. I'm going to use the one I'm more comfortable with, which is Traya and Scion. I'm saving Nihilus, and I'll throw in just a third Sith to take away, a little bit of that focus. He's probably going to, or he is going to die, I know that. But if you bring in just Traya and Scion, you have the chance of them really messing your day up if they end up getting a kill on Traya at a bad time, like before Scion can get his taunts going or something like that. So bringing in Maul just to take some of those initial hits is very helpful. So Maul died, and now we are just hoping that I'm gonna get around to. It is. That was not comfortable. My Scion got super low there, and I'm afraid. All right, so I'm forced to attack Sunfac here from the taunting. I'm just afraid that that spy is gonna get his big hit off, and he's gonna actually one-shot. Yeah, that. So this is not good. This is why I brought in Maul. But sadly, we're not in the best of spots. Okay, if I can kill off Spy, I'm fine. Okay. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking, but we are good. So, 54 banners, because I lost 2 characters, but we got through the Geos. I saved my Nihilus. If I had used Nihilus in there, then Nihilus may have even survived. Scion may have even survived. But saving Nihilus for something in the back wall is kind of nice. Alright, so back here we have a Jin-led team, Rogue One, and we have Qira Nest Scoundrel team, which does not look very threatening at all. I can probably underdog everything except for maybe this crew team. Even the crew team I might be able to underdog even. So let's see what Empire guys I have. Palpatine, Vader, Thrawn, and I can even throw Nihilus on in this team, and Nihilus can do some annihilates, and then this should be able to beat the crew team without too much of a problem, I would think. And yeah, I should be good with this, and this will give me undersized feet and fairly easy win. Alright, so let's start off with Fracture Crew. Let's throw some dots out there, and we're going to get that turn meter trainer rolling. I would like to hit Kylo Ren because he's got 4 debuffs on him, but I'll just go after that guy because of the kill. Let's go ahead and drain. We are going to be hitting this guy. He's got an AoE. Try to get some stuns out there. Awesome, I got a stun on Kylo Ren. Finish him off. Let's ability block him. Prevent the AoEs. I've almost got him dead. I'm gonna just try to finish him off. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna save the protection recovery. just in case this TIE fighter pilot gets a shot off against someone. We'll stun him and kill him. That works too. Get some stun, hopefully. Good. Alright. So this is going very, very well. We'll go ahead and we'll fracture him so he doesn't take a turn and annihilate. Perfect. Could not have gone any better. 61 points. Underdog. I'm going to take a look at my feats. And see how far I've got till the next feat. So I have one completed. This is why. So we win 2 with an undersized squad. So I got that completed. We have this one, win 8 battles. So if I can underdog all 3 of them and win, or wait, no, that's win on the first attempt. That's this one down here. So I will not be able to complete this one, but we will be able to complete this one. So we're good. Let's go ahead and go back in here. So we have Ewoks that I can nest. Actually, no, I can't nest because my nest is actually on defense. So we'll have to figure out what I'm going to do there. Alright, we have now Qira nest, and we have Jin team. So Jin can be wamped. Oh, I've got Padme. I've got Padme, I've got Geos. I've got a lot left here. Man, how am I going to do this? Alright, well, we're probably going to do... Let's do Geos against this guy. And we should be able to 4v5 it. And probably come out full protection. So let's bring in... we've got to make sure we bring in the right characters. I think I want Sunfac. Because Sunfac has a daze with his second special. Yeah. So we can daze, which will be very handy against Nest. And Spy has the big hit to kill Nest in one shot. We got Geo Brood Alphas required, and Poggle can be kind of nice. So yeah, I think we'll go in with this. We should be able to win against this with a 4v5 with the Geos. Alright, so we'll go ahead and... Oh, I've got CLS too. I didn't even realize I had CLS. Alright, so I don't necessarily want to AoE, because I don't want to really get counterattacked. So we'll just do a basic here against L3. Let's try to kill off Newt. Okay, so there's one death for Newt. Okay, let's go ahead and cleanse that. And there's that daze. So Brood Alpha, when he does his heal, will cleanse all that other stuff. Does this toss? Inflicts offense down and removes turn meter. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and cleanse all those debuffs. Doesn't matter who I call, really. We're gonna finish off Newt Gunray here. Newt Gunray is pretty threatening. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up. Alright, we're going after Qira. Alright. I'm going to try to land ability block or something, and I'll be able to daze her now that she's got a debuff. I can daze... she got cleansed because of L3. Let's do that. This is all fine. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually be able to finish with max banners. I'm trying. That's why I'm just doing basics, and I'm not doing like Spy's big special, is I'm trying to maximize my banners. So here we got a daze and a blind, which is great. We're gonna do, for now, auto basic. Actually, auto basic's not necessarily the best idea because I need to get the, I might need to get the heal off. I want to be able to arrange it so that immediately after Nest's turn, I get the heal, and immediately after the heal, I get the okay, there's the heal, so I'm max banners, and Spy should be able to one-shot. There we go, so 61 banners, perfect. Alright, so thank you Fairy Leak for the suggestion about CLS. I forgot that I had CLS. So I am probably CLS something, and I can Padme something, or I can, I mean, I got so much left. This guy went really heavy on offense, so I got just so much. So the more threatening team is probably going to be the Ewoks, which is not very threatening at all. So we'll go with do CLS and Chewie. I'm wondering if I could even CLS solo it, honestly. But I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk a loss. CLS has the tenacity. He should be able to resist the daze. I wonder if I can do CLS solo, honestly. He's got Gear 12 Elder. If I could one-shot the Elder, then I would totally do it. But I don't know if I can one-shot the Elder. CLS and 3PO. 3PO will get hit by AoEs. And it'll take away banners. It's not what I was aiming for. I'm gonna just do CLS Han and Chewie. It's way overkill, but let's be safe. Okay, so we're gonna target Elder first here. Let's put a stun on a Poplu so we don't get the taunt off. We are going to remove turn meter from Wicket so that he doesn't AoE, or we can kill him. That works too. Get some of that off of him. Let's stun you. So if no one is able to take a turn, kill off you. You've got the most amount of turn meter, so let's kill you. Now we'll kill Poplu. He's got the most health there, and then Chirpa. Okay, so piece of cake. And let's go after this last team. Jin, Rogue One. I just gotta figure out what I want to use. Not 100% confident on Wampa soloing. Although Wampa would probably be able to solo it. There's no Qira, there's no Baze, but I'd be I'm really just afraid of the days from K2, the exposes. So I'd much rather just be safe and do a we can do like a Padme, Kenobi, yeah, Anakin. they actually have a few attacks out of turn, which is going to give me bonus protection. I'm trying to decide if I need Anakin, or if I need Kenobi. If Snips would be better. Or if I can just 2-man it. I can probably 2-man it. Let's do 2-man. Padme Anakin. Let's do it. Okay. So we're going to start off with AoE here. A lot of protection up. That's great. Let's go after Jin. Okay, so they broke through her protection already. Oh my god. It's a good thing I saved the heal. Oh shoot. I saved the heal, but it doesn't matter because she's ability blocked. Damn. That's unfortunate. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose this. I should have brought in 3. Damn. I should have brought in 3. So I'm not gonna even complete that 8 battles on the first attempt now. Wow. I should have brought in Kenobi. It's all your fault. I'm kidding. We'll just do that. I've got 2 low health characters, so I'm not concerned about winning. There we go. So that's upsetting, but that's what I get. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. I really thought that I was gonna be fine. But oh well. 1892 banners, it's still pretty good. While he has most of his meta teams for offense, just because I've got Darth Revan there, and his Darth Revan is slower, he may have a difficult time. So, and next time I'm just going to be sure about it, and I'll bring in all 3. But it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and end it there. We're 1892 banners. Definitely not the best. If I had brought in the 3rd character and taken that out, I'd have gotten an additional 20 banners, which would have put me at 1912, which would have been much better. But I mean, he still has his work cut out for him, I would say. So let's do the math. 1892 minus 1440. Divide that by 8. He's still got to get 57 banners on average. Now, it wasn't RNG. If I had used Padme's special instead of her kick move on her first turn, then I probably would have been fine. Because the special would have given her the protection up, which would have made her resist all of those debuffs and exposes. And it probably would have been fine. So it was probably a little bit of misplay on my part. But not that big of a deal. So there you go. Grand Arena, Season 1, Week 2, Round 1. So not the most efficient. Hopefully he does stumble on my Darth Revan. Said his Darth Revan is slower than mine. His Bastila is slower than mine. So he may have an issue breaking through that. He does not have Grievous Suicide. He does have a Padme, but Padme is not 100% counter, so I do believe he is going to fail at least once against that team. I don't really expect my other teams to get a successful defense. But one failure on his part, and he's going to have a really, really tough time breaking through and winning. So we'll see what happens. But thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe maybe if you want to, and leave a comment if you have any kind of advice or suggestions, or you just want to chat. Just leave a comment and I'll get back to you. So thanks for tuning in.